Do you want to max out your athletics? Well, do this method before the next patch of Cyberpunk comes on in. Alrighty, so in order to get started, what I did here is have the windowed mode and under video be windowed borderless. I found, at least with my computer, maybe my keyboard, whatever, that if you hit the Windows key, it uses that so you could pop in and out of your... Later I'm going to do a script, but I'm going to show you how to do this boost if you're on a console or on PC first, but I'm doing the demonstration on a PC. So if you're going to do it, I suggest windowed borderless, unless you could pop out by yourself. So let's resume the game here. And so I'm in this region right here. This is what is this area? Wellsprings. I'm going to give you a link to, or at least the description below, of where to find this part that you're going to need. So we're going to go to inventory. We're going to go to the cyberware. And you're going to need something like this, the Biodyne Berserk. This is what we're going to activate to boost our athletics. Now, my last video was just me punching repeatedly, kind of funny, silly video, just to get, your Python coding skills, doing something, I guess, fun. So this one is actually way, 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 way more efficient. This is taking a popular method, and I'm going to show you how to do it with and without using a Python script. So make sure you have this equipped here. I don't think you necessarily need the Epic version. That's just what I have and where I'm at in the game. All right, so once you're out here, what you're going to need to do is get your fists out. It doesn't matter what kind of fists you have. And what we're going to want to do is we're going to hold E to engage the Berserk. Then we are going to want to punch, and then like a split second later, hit the menu. So this is what it looks like. And then here we go. So we're going to go into our character, body, athletics. We're right here. We're at 75. You can see it's not moving. Well, let's jump out of this menu and come right back in. We're at 94. We're at 99. And I'm just hitting exit and clicking back in. We're at 5. Wait a few seconds. Now we're at 11. And you can continue this just to level up your character seemingly in seconds, or even max them out in seconds. Now, this is cool. You could do this on PS whatever, Xbox whatever, or a PC as I'm doing it here. But if this is good enough for you, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for coming. But if you're interested in the programming way to automate this, stick around for the next section. So in this section here, what I'm going to do is show you what I did previously, but I'm going to show you how to automate it with a Python script. Because maybe, if we think about the speed at which you need to execute this, maybe that's a bit ableist, right? You can't do those execution fast enough, or you just get frustrated. Or maybe you just want to have fun coding, because even dumb stuff like this is fun to code, at least for me. So what we're going to need to do is import mouse, import time, because we need to have some pauses, and then import keyboard. Now you're going to need to do a pip install mouse and keyboard, I believe, to get the functionality of these libraries up here. But I already have those installed, so we're going to begin now. And first, what we want to do is we want to give a kickoff time. So earlier in the last section of the video, I had it in that windowed mode, and I used my Windows key to pop out. And so I'm using 2 monitors right now. So what I do is I pop out, I go to my terminal, I'm going to run it, I'm going to show you how to do that. And then I'm going to record a new section where my actual video game is and show you it's doing the identical thing. So I like to give myself a buffer of 5 seconds here. Next we're going to do is kick off Berserk. I think I spelled that right. And give slight pause before next stage. You may not need to. So a lot of these scripts are quick and dirty. It doesn't matter. There may be more efficient ways of doing it, but once again, good enough for me. This isn't some production code. So we're going to use keyboard, press E. And this is if you're just holding straight onto it. Now we're going to need to release it in a moment. And that's actually our step after next. So we want to give it, I give it like 3 seconds or whatnot to sleep. So that way you're holding the key down to initiate the Berserk. Because the last time I did it, it was almost like a press on, it was almost like a click. And I didn't want that. And so I gave myself just 3 seconds to allow that to kick on in, just so the punch isn't thrown and there's no weird, the key is hit before the computer or the program realizes I'm in Berserk mode. Berserk ran because I like to print out my steps just to make sure that everything is going in the order I suspect. We're going to throw a punch here. And you want to make sure punch is selected. That means that your fists are up. I haven't tried it without that, but it just have your character ready to throw down, all right? Mouse.click. This is a left click right here. And we do need it to rest for a second or sleep for actually less than a second. Because if I think it's 1 second, it's too late, and you need to hit the menu like mid-punch to activate this. Punch ran, pernt. And the last thing we need to do is come in and just go into the menu. Press M, and then keyboard, release M. And because we just need to tap it like we do a punch or anything else, this is fine. There needs to be no waiting of any time. All right, so we save that here. And in the next segment, let's go ahead and run this. Alrighty, we are right here. We have our code. I had to stop the video and come back on over because of just how OBS is set up. So I have all this right here. As you can see, I've already tested this out previously, so I know it works. We're going to come up. We're going to hit type in the terminal, Python, and then the name of the script. This is also going to be in my GitHub in the description below. And let's do the thing. Click back in. Make sure my guard's up. And we can see that it's climbing right here. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to set a timer as it goes up right now. So this is going to be an inaccurate read of how quickly I can max this out. So now the speed of the game is moving at about 1,000 times of what you would typically see in the game. I did that just for really posterity, so you could see that my athletics or athleticism is actually going up. And if you have any other hacks that you've seen in Cyberpunk and you're like, well, could that be automated? Feel free to drop a video referencing them in the description below, and I'll see what's going on with them and if I could replicate that kind of behavior. And also, I made this video because someone ended up saying that my last video was kind of dumb and no one would ever run it anyways. And that's not really the purpose of this. I really just like to code, and I think any hands-on stuff you could do to code is awesome. So what I did is I sought out the most efficient way to do this hack and automated it anyways. So yeah, take that. All right, and it looks like that I maxed out at 12 here. So in about 10 minutes from where I was, I think your max here could only be matched by here. So if my max was at 20, then maybe in about another 10 minutes I would hit 20 up here. But for what my level is at for my body, I was able to reach that in 10 minutes from where I was. So yeah, Python scripting is fun, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I also have the GitHub repo address for this script. If you like these videos, like, share, subscribe, check out what else I have, and have a good one.